What it is, what it do, folks. It's your guy, Dope the Phenom, aka Trippy OG, host of Nick and 30. Got my guys, Knicks Anonymous. Y'all already know how they do. And if you peep, he got the Knicks Anonymous face mask on. So make sure y'all get in tune and get right. Cop up because they super lit. And on top of that, yo, they so lovable and they so fire, bro. They might even do a giveaway one day. So who knows? Make sure y'all get in tune. Make sure
we deadass talked about that in one of our episodes. So
you feel me?
He's not wrong.
Yeah. You feel me? Make sure y'all get in tune, man. Nick's Anonymous with they pod, Nick and 30 with mom. We super lit. And if I'm not mistaken, they just dropped a new episode. What is it? But did y'all drop it today?
Episode 51.
51 in the bag. You feel me?
We've been doing this, New York. We've been doing this. We here for y'all.
And then I ended up dropping my joint on Sunday. You know, I always drop Fridays, but I had to drop on Sunday. You feel me? So that's
straight content. It never ends.
That's all we do.
It never ends.
But, you know, enough of plugging ourselves in because, you know, our viewership already listen. Bro, we got to talk about my guy, Cardiac Kemba. He is the topic of the week. I'm going to let y'all open the floor with him. Go ahead. Open it up.
All right. So my boy is definitely catching heart attacks left and right, bro. I don't know what's going on. I'm not entirely sure. I mean, the best way to put it, the man is motivated. You could clearly see it. You know, I'm not saying bench everybody, but yo, Randall, I'm not gonna lie. I'm seeing it's working for Kemba. It might work for you, Randall. I'm just saying. But bro, like Kemba has honestly been doing his thing, bro. Like, you know, I gotta give props to the man. He's even when we lost to the Wizards, he dropped like what 44. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's been bugging out, man, and I'm proud of him. I'll give him props.
He got the Player of the Week award.
Player of the Week award, man. That's what I'm talking about, bro. But I still got my doubts in Kemba though. But we're gonna keep it positive. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I was gonna talk about the doubts I have as well. But I'm gonna keep it positive too. You know what? I'm gonna keep it very positive.
Let's keep the Christmas spirits rolling.
He was looking like the Kemba of old. Kemba from Charlotte days. He's looking pretty good.
Yo, you know what's crazy? I say Kemba from Charlotte days. I've been hearing that for a while. Nah, bro. Kemba's playing like he's back at UConn right now.
True. Okay.
Because he's actually playing defense. He didn't do that since UConn days. When he got to the Hornets, there was no defense existing, bro. He's actually playing defense, bro.
Nah, with Kemba, the effort was always there. He's just not good at it. It's just that's just how it is with some players.
I don't even think that it wasn't that he wasn't good at it. I think it's the fact that he didn't have that type of person to really be like, you know what, you got to do this. Like, think about his whole career. When you ever seen Kemba get benched on some, you not playing at all, besides him being hurt?
I mean, the dude is a 4-time All-Star, so it's gonna be very rare that's gonna happen. You know what I mean?
But it's never happened. And then on top of that, you got benched when you came to your home team. So you know everybody on the block probably was like, yo, what are you doing, bro? Like, what are you doing? Like, you funny.
Yo, but I'm not gonna lie though. In Tibbs' defense though, you can't lie. At the time, Kemba was not working. He was not turning on. Like,
the numbers don't lie.
Kemba was not.
The numbers don't lie.
He was not in his bag. So I'm not gonna lie. At the time, Tibbs did what he did, but you know, Kemba stood motivated. At Kemba being Kemba, he stood motivated, stood hungry, like a true NBA. You know, Kemba is like an embodiment of like what all NBA players should be, and like he should represent like everybody who like hasn't had a chance yet and is finally getting a chance. Like,
so basically, long story short, you feel like when CP3 retired, he need to give the keys to the NBA to Kemba as being like the representative of everybody talking for him and all that, because that's Chris Paul right now.
Depends on how long he's in the league.
Yeah, I don't see why not. Like, he's a great role model. I can say that Kemba's a great role model as a basketball player because
all the players seem to like him. All the players seem to really like him.
That's a major positive in my opinion. That's why I really like him as a point guard. It's just at the end of the day, his height is always going to be his downfall in terms of defense. It's going to happen because like guards are getting bigger. You know, he's guarding like guards that are like what 6'6", 6'7". It's gonna be bad for him, especially he's a little bit slow on the lateral quickness. But like you said, he's working on it.
That is, but my main thing is this, right? We talking about all these pros, we already know the cons, so we don't need to tell the world none of that. You feel
Defense.
like y'all already
Defense,
know
basically.
Yeah, the same old minor things. But my thing is this, right? With Kemba, the way he's balling out, and you know how we do. 1 minute we may go straight to the future. I'm gonna take this one and go straight to the past with it. Even though Kemba's only been here this 1 year, only 33 games in for the first year that he's in. How do y'all compare his tenure with the Knicks so far with just let's say the first 3 years of Carmelo's tenure? And we all know in the third year, that's when it really solidified that Knicks tape. That's when he turned up. So how do we compare it right now? Because to me, it feels like they on the same stretch right now. Now, the only difference is, of course, like you stated, Melo has been consistent the whole way through. It took, my son Kemba a little time to get it. But if you look at it, they're on the same path, going crazy. Melo ended up dropping a 40-piece. The game after did a triple-double. Then Kemba followed up and did the same thing. So it's like, how do we see it going? Do we see Kemba really being that factor piece to make us do better than what Melo ended up doing with that 1 year of success? Because we technically only went to the playoffs further enough that 1 year in that third year.
True.
So it's like, how do we compare it? You know what I'm saying? Whoever would like to start, how do we compare those?
You want to start?
I guess the big difference is that Kemba's not the centerpiece, whereas Melo was. I mean, he's a big piece. Don't get it twisted, because if Kemba does good, especially if he plays the way he's been playing this week, playing with weak honors, that's just gonna make us a better team.
That's a fact.
So I guess I guess that would be the only difference. But as far as the similarities go, if you remember correctly, when we first got Melo, we started a little slow. He didn't start great. But we were playing 500 ball in the first 6-7 games.
Mm-hmm.
So, now we're kind of shaky. Let me rewind it. We were shaky before. Unfortunately, he was the one who took the fall. Another difference between now and Melo is Melo didn't really take a fall, even though he did get a lot of criticism.
That's a fact.
He took the fall for a little while. Things got back. Things were headed in a bad direction. Some players got into the health protocol. D Rose went down. He got his shot, and I guess the best way to put it is he took advantage of his shot.
Yeah, that's a fact.
So, I guess we'll find out the similarities as we go down the road to see where we end up.
Definitely.
So for now, it's a lot more differences than similarities to me.
All right, bet. I like that. I like that take on it, because it is true. It's a lot of different, differences, but the similarities are starting to catch up.
Yeah, they're there.
And it's crazy how they're catching up at a fast pace. Because Kemba's only been here for 33 games, while we had Melo for 7 years or so. We had him for a minute. You know what I'm saying? But what's your take on that?
I guess the biggest thing missing in that factor, I think, is the clutch aspect. Not that I don't think Kemba is clutch, is that he hasn't showed us he's clutch on our team yet. We've seen Kemba do clutch things, but he hasn't done clutch things for us yet. Besides, I guess if you want to, when I mean clutch, I mean in that game when you want to take that final shot, and he's the guy. He's the guy you want taking that shot at that time. I feel like Melo has that over Kemba, in my opinion.
I think personally, it's probably, just to piggyback off that, I think personally, after what Julius Randle said in that game, in the Christmas game, that Kemba Walker's the leader of this team, I think Kemba's about to start taking.
That's what I was gonna say. He could definitely develop that. Because like you said, he's only been here for an X amount of games, so he could definitely be that guy. But as of right now, that's the only thing that's missing, in my opinion, is that that X factor.
That's
because Kemba has been all he because you gotta remember, you gotta be open minded. Kemba, I love you, bro. You dropping buckets right now. I love you, bro. But we cannot forget what you did in the beginning of the season. Maybe you could have just started slow. Maybe you just needed to warm up. Maybe you needed the bench, bro. Maybe you needed that. Maybe you deadass needed that to become who you are now.
I mean, just like he said in his interview, he was like, bro, when I first came here, I didn't want to step on nobody's toes. And all three of us, we was like, that's probably why he's not going off. And then once he got benched, and then he came back, he was like, I don't care about stepping on nobody's toes no more. I'm doing what's up. Like, you just benched me? Like, and you seen it in that first game back. Everything he did was all dedicated to Tom. He was every shot went in.
He was good though.
Every shot went in. What up, Tom? When he got kite, when he started going back to back with the threes, F out of here, Tom. What y'all talking about? I was like, yes. Forget all that smiling all day. Kemba, wait, get in your bag, bro. Get in your
smiley.
Yeah, man. Like, he finally turned up, man. I'm
happy though. This is exactly what we wanted to see from Kemba though. This is what we expected. Like when we first signed him, we expected this a lot more than what we're getting. Like this is what we signed up for.
That's a fact. Now here's my thing with all of this, right? So it looks like Kemba and Julius finally learned how to coexist, right?
Some chemistry building.
Who needs to be the number one option out of them?
Damn. I was gonna say it still should be Randall. I gotta really think about it. I
think for the time being, it should be Kemba, because I feel like teams are gonna expect Randall to take that last shot because they're doubling him regardless. Kemba's going off and they're still doubling Randall. You know, that speaks volume. That speaks volume, that's bro. True. Like, so yeah, I think regardless, like even if we want Randall to take the last shot, they're not gonna allow us for him to take the last shot.
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. On this team, there's only a select few that should be taking this last shot. And I'm sorry, Randall has been in for 3 years. You don't deserve to take any last shot, period. I don't care if you're the Superstars team or not. That is not your job. So we're gonna strip you from them duties. The only people that should be taking the last shots should be Kemba, Derrick Rose, freaking IQ, you feel me? And that's it. Those are only 3.
Alec Burks. Alec Burks. That's
depending if he's hot. Because if he's not hot, he's not making nothing.
A hot Burks. I'll take that. I'll take a hot Burks.
Because that's we've seen it time and time again. And a funny thing is, these past couple of games, Alex Burks been kind of fell off.
Yeah, I know.
You seen the dip, right? He dipped off a little bit.
He's usually reliable. I'm kind of shocked.
But
kind of shocked these last 2 games.
It is what it is, though. You get what I'm saying? I like the fact that, Alex Burks went back to the bench because that's where he should be. Kemba actually earned his spot to be the starting point guard again. But I think the last piece we missing so far with this team to really take it to the next level, and this is just me speaking on us not even doing any trades. All right, RJ. Randall picked it back up. Mitch picked it back up now. Randall, I just said Kemba picked it up. Mitch picked it up. Randall's starting to gel and understand that he really needs to pass the ball more. All right, RJ, you was in protocol. That's cool. Bounce back and start taking that leap, bro, because it all falls on you. Because honestly, I think they really just waiting to see what's going on with you. Because not only are you the pillar of the youth, you can then also become the actual franchise face of this team if you get it right. But if you don't get it right, you got a high potential. We will gladly trade you, which I don't want to see. And the only reason why I say that is because you just got 2 new rookies in Deuce and Quentin Grimes that can easily steal your spot, bro. Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like, not for nothing, the rookies made it hard for RJ. Like, they put the pressure on. I'm not gonna lie. I said it. I don't know if I said it here or on Knicks Anonymous. Like, these kids they're gonna put coaches and staff in a tough position, bro, because we love RJ. We always said he's probably gonna be the building block to this whole team. But
I hope so.
I hope so too. But if Grimes keeps doing what he's doing,
it's gonna be hard.
It's gonna be really hard because RJ's trade value is very high. He's a valuable asset.
That's a fact. But the only thing I can see though, I still see somewhere out of all of this, Evan is still going. I still feel like the main group, I feel like honestly they're not gonna let RJ go at all. They're just gonna literally be like, you know what? We really don't need all these vets. So Evan, bye-bye. Noel, bye-bye. And unfortunately, you got to get some type of compensation back. Yo, Alex Burks, I'm sorry, bro. Gotta let you go. Because
the youth movement.
Because we just watched Quentin Grimes play, and his first initial game getting minutes, he hit 7 threes. He's came back out of protocols. He came back out of protocols, bro. He hit 5. I don't think we really need you. Like, we don't need your minutes when
and Knox is coming back.
Yeah, we can have Grimes really get those minutes. You feel me? Bro, we already know Kevin Knox is getting traded, bro. Just
Free
keep
Knox.
that jersey. Make sure you go to a Knick game before he get traded, get it signed, and then you good. You feel me? But Kevin Knox is out of here, bro.
That should be a collector's item, bro. Get that shit signed.
Yeah.
That'd be
Out of
yeah.
here, bro.
It'll
Like-
be worth something.
I gotta get
No.
tickets like one day or something. Like I gotta see it. I gotta see if I can run down to.
That's crazy.
You're not.
He said I'm hitting the skates mouth.
Yeah.
OD. But before we really, end out this whole segment with the past, present, future, don't worry, folks. We always have a long, lengthy one, but we hitting y'all with 2 of these bad boys this week. So we're going to make this one short and we're going to turn up on the next one. So to end it out, obviously we talked about the past. We have, the whole Carmelo versus Kimba situation. Talked about the present with the cardiac Kimba era coming back. Now we got to talk about the future. And the future is not, 2 years down the line, 3 years down the line. We're talking about like the literally next 6 to 8 weeks. How is this team going to function and roll out with Derrick Rose being out?
I think we're gonna be fine.
I think the problem is when he comes back.
Nah, I think we're gonna be fine.
Because what
Hit it on the nose.
The problem.
Wait, yeah, hold on. I want to hear what y'all got to say about that one. Hold up.
The problem. Yeah, the problem is when he comes back. I'm fine with Kemba taking the lead for now, but when he comes back, it's gonna be a problem because now who gets the minutes?
Because you got to think about it. With him being out, that's already setting it up to where, okay, we know Kimba starting and we know Deuce, once he got out of protocol, he's coming right behind Kimba. Then when Rose come back, especially you got to think about if Kimba and Deuce was going off, how do you do that? Or did D Rose say, you know what, I'm getting the surgery for a reason because I know my spot is solidified. I don't even need to play. I'm going to let Kimba and Deuce finish out the year.
Dude, that's what I'm saying.
Someone's got to sit though.
Nah, like
they can't share.
No.
It's too much. That's why Kemba was sitting in the first place because he was sitting not so much because of his skill, but he was sitting because they would rather give more minutes to like quickly Grimes and stuff like that. Because you can't because there's so many guards. It would be ineffective to have Rose play like 10 minutes and Kemba 10 minutes. You're giving both guys minimum time to shine. You got to give one guy more time than the other.
That's a fact.
So depending what Kemba does in his 6 weeks, bro, and he's gonna have to. We're gonna have to win every game. I'm not gonna lie. We're gonna have to win every game for Kemba to solidify that starting lineup.
that's crazy.
Nah, that's
We're
a
gonna
fact.
have to.
That's a fact. Because if not, what he's gonna do is I can already tell you the way the whole media is playing. Grimes and Deuce is getting minutes from now on. They're getting minutes.
That's what I'm saying.
So,
I personally think they should start them.
they got to give the minute, but you got to give the minutes somewhere.
Then
Bro.
you got to think about it.
Start them at the back.
It's not even that. The biggest problem is just the guard rotation between D Rose, Kimba, and Deuce. Because no matter what, if you play Kimba and D Rose, right, you got to find minutes for Deuce, and you don't want to take away minutes from IQ. Obviously, you're not going to take away minutes from Burks because Burks already got to probably split minutes with Grimes. You get what I'm saying? And then with having RJ there, that's why I'm like, yo, you're going to have to get rid of you're going to have to get rid of 2 of your wing players. So out of your wings, we got Evan, Burks, Knox, RJ, and freaking Grimes. Obviously, you want RJ and Grimes to stay here. I don't know how we feeling about Kevin Knox, meaning the organization. So your only 2 fold that you would let go, obviously, if you're not going to let D Rose go or Kimba, you gotta let Evan you gotta let Evan and you gotta let Burks walk. You have to let them walk. And it's not even that you trading them to get another player. You actually trade them just to get a handful of picks or something because you're like, yo, I'm good over here. I got the youth. So that it's a lot of things that by this deadline, we need to go ahead and make sure it happens.
No, something's gonna happen.
But what is gonna happen is
I think we have too many guards.
But something is gonna happen though because of the dilemma that y'all just talked about with the whole point guard situation. Me personally, I think D Rose's spot is solidified.
He's not going nowhere, bro. He should be what Taj was supposed to be. Both Taj and D Rose should be player coaches. They don't have to play. They just need to help develop these kids.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like D Rose's spot is solidified, especially when he comes back. Because I guarantee you, should the Knicks get back on track, especially considering the schedule we have coming up, and our schedule is pretty easy for the next few weeks. especially considering we getting all our players back.
While players are still going out.
They players now. So we got easy schedule coming up the next few weeks. I
That's-
guarantee you, if we in better shape than when D Rose comes back than we are now, come them fourth quarters in the last 5 minutes, Derrick Rose is gonna be in that game.
Not even that. You know what I think
That's
they
a
might
fact.
do too? Remember,
There's
Derrick Rose had to put in mad pain in the playoffs, right? If I'm Tom, yo, the team got it. Yo, Rose, sit back, relax, keep working on your conditioning. When we get to the playoffs, I'm gonna bring you back. Right now,
That's what I
just get
mean,
all your
exactly.
rest. The same way how I rested Kimba for mad weeks, you get your rest, bro. I got you. Like
That's
if
what I
me,
mean.
if I'm Tom, that's the smartest thing I'm doing, bro. I
And
got
let's say
fresh legs with D Rose for the playoffs.
let's say D Rose gets hurt in the playoffs. We have Kemba right there.
Got Kemba and you
Fresh
still
legs.
got Deuce right
More
there.
fresh
You feel me?
legs.
So
And that's the best fresh legs you want, bro. It's Kemba. You know what I mean? Like you want depth like that. So now him being on the bench isn't bad. It's not bad. It's just it's not that his lack of skill. It's more so like where do you fit right now? Like how can we give you these minutes?
me personally, you just after
This
having a
is a good
surgery
problem to
like
have.
after
It's a
having
good-
a
it is a
surgery
good
like
problem.
that, I feel like D Rose should sit out a couple of more weeks after even that surgery. Like he should sit out a little bit more.
Yeah,
Just
that's
because-
a good
Just
idea.
because not only you're gonna help get Deuce ready. So that way, if either one of them come out, he's still got to be the one to produce with them, especially in a playoff atmosphere. Yo, you want as many fresh legs as possible. The way we seen Kemba turn up recently, the way we've been seeing Rose do his thing, and the way Deuce is surprising the whole world, there's no way you trade any of those three. Like those three, nah, keep that rotation going, keep it solid. Just let D Rose mac out for a minute. When the playoff time come, D, pull back up. You know what I'm saying? Deuce, we're gonna slim down your minutes just a tad bit because obviously when it's time for crunch time defense, D Rose and Kemba, y'all both sit out. Deuce, let's go. You know what I'm saying? Like Deuce, let's go. Then on top of that, we know Deuce can sit there, run an offense, shoot, drive. So we're not worried about him. And on top of that, he's still learning from D Rose and Kemba, bro. Deuce is gonna be one of the
Best
most
people to learn from.
solidified point guards in the NBA in a few years coming. And I can stamp that. I can stamp it. The main thing though, we gotta we gotta get rid of Evan, of course. Like, I don't care how many points he puts up, bro. I'm still, you gotta go. You gotta go.
He doesn't do it consistently. It's trash.
You gotta go.
So it's horrible. It's horrific. I'm not gonna lie. I get it. When he's on, but like that's not the point. The point is I want him on a good amount of times. Like
Because me
Beautiful.
personally, with us just having Evan alone, like we didn't even need to get him, right? But with us having Evan, that's stopping Grimes from getting burned. So,
and we're losing defense with him on the floor.
and I'm
So you got
over
no
here like,
offense or defense.
bro,
You got inconsistent.
my thing is this. When it comes to
inconsistent
Evan,
offense, no defense.
the way Evan Fournier plays for that $74 million contract that he got, bro, we have Burks and we have Grimes, two players that play exactly like that and give us better defense and better consistency. Evan,
Facts.
you can
Results.
go.
Facts.
Pack your bags. We might ship you to France, bro. You gotta go. You gotta go. And
That's
again,
the same thing in Knicks Anonymous.
I trade
Yo, he-
I trade
go.
for a small forward. We need another small forward.
yo,
For a small forward.
we don't even need a small forward. We got them. We got the two best small forwards moving
Kevin
right
Knox.
now. Yeah, this guy here. He's still on that Kevin Knox crap. Like, let's let it
I'm
go.
not wrong. He's a small forward.
Bro, me personally,
God.
me personally, man, Grimes and RJ could literally be the best small forwards of the future. The way they're developing, and if they just keep it going, bro, nobody's gonna really top them two.
I agree with him though. I think RJ should stick to the two.
That's
I think RJ's
personally
more
where he
dominant
should
too.
be. Me personally, if it was me, off the rip, if we get Evan out of here without no picks and we still keep our units, yo, RJ, you go to the two, Grimes, you go into the three. You coming up to the starting unit.
Yeah,
How,
RJ,
how tall is Grimes?
Grimes is like 6. All right, RJ is
6'6".
RJ's 6'6". Grimes,
I think Grimes is like 6'3", 6'4", maybe.
He can go to three?
not even.
probably
Grimes
taller.
is taller than that, bro.
He's
Grimes
taller?
is taller than that. Yeah, because who's John Wall is like 6'3". Grimes is taller than that. So Grimes and RJ is
He
like
might be the same height as RJ.
Yeah, them two is the same height.
I'm checking that right now. Hold on.
I don't know. Grimes might be 6'5" or 6'6". He's one of the two.
6'4".
6'4".
But he can guard the three though.
He looked taller than that.
He could go out the 3. I think
His wingspan is probably long.
So yeah, I would start him at the 3 because if you look at the way RJ plays, he plays better as a 2. Like he would actually burn a lot of these 2s.
A lot of 2s, and he's bigger than most 2s.
But playing
you
him
have to
at
stop
the
missing
3,
the damn layups.
playing him at
RJ.
playing him at the 3 is what's slowing him down because you actually look at your 3 guard. I mean, your 3, like, bro, you really a wing player. Those are really like your 3 and D people. You know what I'm saying?
Like Wiggins and all that. Like,
yeah, thank you. Now, if you look at all of them, Grimes fits that bill. Alex Burks fits that bill. RJ doesn't really fit that bill. It's just that in the starting unit, RJ has the best defense out of all of them. So that's why he gets that spot. But now, if you take away Evan, throw him over there in the back. You know what I'm saying? Now, this is not us just, coming at Evan all day. It's just, bro, Evan, we paid you $74 million for you to still be a bench player. I'm sorry. I'm not having it. You know what I'm saying? Big L. Like, it's a dub. So if you take out Evan, you just throw some to the back. You slide RJ to his spot, bring up Grimes. Now you got a starting unit of Kemba, RJ, Grimes, Randall, Mitch. That's perfect. That's all the way around defense. And the only thing you got to help with is help defense with Kemba. That's easy. I'd rather do that with one person than I got to worry about doing it with 2 players. You know what I'm saying? Now, when you go to the second unit, now look at the second unit. And I'm excluding Noel. Not Grimes. Sims is taking Noel's spot. So now you still have 2 types of Mitches on the floor at all times, and you still got that powerful pack punch consistency of our second unit with D Rose, IQ, Burks, and Obi. I don't see nothing wrong with that. You still get high energy.
I don't need shit.
You get two monster lobbers. And then in that starting unit finally gets a full all-around offense and defense that makes sense. The only thing that would happen is you're just going to cut a little bit of minutes from Kemba and D Rose just so, Deuce can play. That's it. See that factor?
I think we should go back to how we first started. Like when we first restarted, we pretty much trusted the process. We pretty much banked on our young guys, and we're kind of creeping back into the veteran age, and we got to go back to the.
We got too many vets. We got way too many vets. But like I said before, the only 3 people we really necessarily should have brought back to this team was, D Rose, Taj, and Burks himself. But again, you can't blame us because the same way with IQ and Obi, we didn't really know how they was going to be. We ain't know Grimes, Sims, Rokas, Jokic, and Deuce was all going to be like, bro, all 4 of them picks is solid. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nobody knew that was going to happen. But the fact that it is happening, Leon Rose, World Wide West.
Yep.
These vets got to go.
Yeah, they got to go.
That's a fact.
They got to go.
But, before we wrap it up, is there anything else we should touch base on? Or should we just save it all for next week?
I think we should save it to next week, man. We got to save some content. We got to.
It's
only right.
That's a fact. So y'all already know, man. We done here. It's your guy, Dope the Phenom, aka Trippy OG, host of Nick and 30. Make sure y'all get in tune with that. My guys over here, Nick's Anonymous, and it's funny because I'm pointing up, but when I do this video, I bet you y'all be over here. Like, my guy, Nick's Anonymous, man, back with another one, past, present, future. Y'all stay in tune. This is the first episode of this week. We got one more dropping, so y'all getting that good old 2-piece before we hit that new year. It's super lit. Y'all get in tune. Check out both podcasts. Check out the YouTubes. Check out the IGs. We all here. Everything will be in the description. So y'all go ahead and click that. Click them links. Get in tune. We see y'all in a few days, man. We out.
Much love. Happy holidays, everybody.
Y'all know the vibes. Where my record button at?